வெல்கம் டு ஸ்ரீராம்சன் ஃபிசிக்ஸ் பைலட். இந்த வீடியோஸில் நம்ம பார்க்கக்கூடியது 12th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஃபிசிக்ஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வால்யூமில் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லெசன் எலக்ட்ரோஸ்டாட்டிக்ஸில் இருக்கக்கூடிய இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் 3 மார்க்ஸ் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆன்சர்ஸ். ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின், distinguish between Coulomb's force and gravitational force. So Coulomb force, it acts between two charges. Gravitational force, it acts between two masses. So second point, in the case of Coulomb force can be attractive or repulsive. Gravitational force is always attractive. Coulomb force is always greater in magnitude. Gravitational force is always lesser in magnitude. Coulomb force depends on the nature of the medium. Gravitational force independent of the nature of the medium. So these 4 points is very important. Second question, give the applications and disadvantage of capacitors. So applications of capacitors. First point, flash capacitors are used in digital camera. Second point, capacitor is used in heart defibrillator to retrieve the normal heart function during cardiac arrest. Third point, capacitors are used in the ignition system of automobile engines to eliminate sparking. Fourth point, capacitors are used to reduce power fluctuations in power supplies and to increase the efficiency of power transmission. Disadvantages of capacitor. So even after the battery or power supply is removed, the capacitor stores charges and energy for some time. It causes unwanted electric shock. It is the disadvantage of capacitors. Third question, derive an expression for torque experienced by an electric dipole placed in uniform electric field. So consider an electric dipole AB placed in an uniform electric field at an angle theta. The force on plus Q will be equal to QE vector. The force on minus Q equal to minus QE vector. Then the total force acting on the dipole is 0. Due to these two forces, the dipole experiences a torque which tends to rotate the dipole. The magnitude of the dipole, the torque, magnitude of the torque tau will be equal to magnitude of one of the force into perpendicular distance between the forces. And the diagram for the torque. So torque QE, that is one of the forces into perpendicular distance, that is 2a sin theta. So since P equal to 2QA, so this 2QA, instead of this 2QA, you are going to write as P. Therefore, torque tau will be equal to PE sin theta. So it is AB sin theta. The formula you know. So you are going to write in vector notation. Torque tau vector will be equal to P cross E vector. Since A vector plus B vector will be equal to AB sin theta. Similarly, torque tau vector will be equal to P vector cross E vector. Fourth point, obtain an expression for electric potential at a point due to a point charge. So consider a point charge plus Q at origin, that is O. P be a point at a distance R from origin. So this is origin. So from origin to at a point P, we are having a distance R. So electric potential P, that is V, will be equal to minus of integration minus that is infinity to R, minus integral infinity to R E vector dot dr vector. By definition, the electric field at point P, that is E vector, will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r squared r cap. Therefore, potential V will be equal to minus integration infinity to R. Instead of this E, you are going to substitute this value. Therefore, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r squared r cap dr vector. So taking integration, you will get the value, that is V will be equal to 4 pi epsilon naught r. Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r is the formula for electric potential or expression for electric potential at a point due to a point charge. Fifth question. Derive an expression for energy stored in capacitor. The work done to transfer charge from one plate to other plate is stored as electrostatic energy in the capacitor. The work done to transfer dq, amount of charge, that is dW, will be equal to V dq, since W equal to qV. Therefore, dW will be equal to V dq, which will be equal to, instead of V, you are going to write as Q by C. Since V equal to Q by C, instead of this V, you are going to write as Q by C dq. Therefore, the total work done to charge a capacitor, work done integrating W, that is dW integrate பண்ணும்போது, you will get W will be equal to 0 integration 0 to Q by C dq, which will be equal to Q squared by, that is 1 by 2 Q squared by C is the final answer. Therefore, work done will be equal to Q squared by C, 1 by 2 into Q squared by C. So this work done is stored as electrostatic energy of the capacitor U. Therefore, U will be equal to Q squared by 2C, or U will be equal to half CV squared, since Q by C equal to V. So instead of this Q by C, you are going to write as V. Therefore, V squared, CV squared, 1 by 2 CV squared is the answer. Sixth question. Derive an expression for capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. So consider a capacitor consisting of two parallel plates, each of area capital A separated by a distance D. Let sigma be the surface charge density of the plates, that is sigma will be equal to Q by A. The electric field between the plates E will be equal to sigma by epsilon naught, which will be equal to, instead of the sigma, you are going to write this Q by A. Therefore, Q by A epsilon naught, which will be equal to E. The potential difference between the plates V equal to ED. So instead of this E, you are going to write as Q by A epsilon naught. Therefore, V will be equal to Q by A epsilon naught into D. The capacitance of the capacitor C will be equal to Q by V, which will be equal to Q by, instead of this V, you are going to write this value, that is Q by A epsilon naught into D. So since this A epsilon naught will goes upward and Q get cancelled, therefore epsilon naught A by D. C will be equal to epsilon naught A by D. So this is the diagram for the capacitor, capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Then question number 7. Obtain Gauss laws from Coulomb's law. So consider a point charge plus Q. C is a point at a distance r from the charge. The electric field at this point E will be equal to F by Q naught. So Q naught is the test charge and Q naught will be equal to 1 coulomb. Force between the charges F will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught by R square R cap, and this is Coulomb's law. Therefore, electric field at C E will be equal to F by Q naught, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square R cap. Take this as the first equation. From the definition, the electric flux pi E will be equal to closed integral surface E vector dot dA vector, which will be equal to E vector closed integral surface dA vector. Take this equation as the second equation. So substituting 1 in 2. So instead of this E, you are going to substitute this value. Therefore, pi E will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square R cap integration of dA. Put R cap equal to 1 and integration dA vector will be equal to 4 pi R squared in the equation 3. Therefore, pi E will be equal to Q by epsilon naught. This is Gauss law. So we can be able to derive Gauss law from Coulomb's law. Okay, thank you all. If you have any doubt, feel free to contact. Thank you all.